Hey, what's up guys? I have another Brown Dust 2 video for you today. And we will be talking about the developer notes, the 8th developer notes to be exact. First and foremost, can I say it again that I actually do love the fact that we're getting so much contact with developers. Like, they're moving and talking to us all the way, constantly, like every week there is something new to talk about. Like, I personally love the fact that I can make those videos because I don't know, I just love reading developer notes. I just love going through the changes and plans they have for the game. It's very exciting to me. So, but alright, the first thing I want to talk about here is the temporary maintenance that we'll have today. We'll see if the video will be out by then. I will try to get it out as soon as possible, but today there's maintenance. Shara is getting added. Her pool party costume is added. Very cool. 3 SP cost only. It's interesting pattern. I think there's one more character that has this pattern. I can't remember who. I think it might be one of the Alec costumes. I have a feeling someone has this pattern of like a longer V, right, where it hits 5 targets. I'm pretty sure there is a character that does that. But either way, 3 SP cost, a pretty good pattern, honestly. There's some cheeky stuff you can do with it, so it's relatively flexible. And it's on 5 turns cooldown, which is okay. Hits very front, which is also fine, and then attacks 5 times, which is pretty good. It's, I don't know why, but like, yeah, mages are pretty much the units you want to use for the stacks, right? Like when you have multiple attacks, you grow the stack for like the damage. It's like a combo multiplier or something. So, pretty decent costume, honestly. There's so many videos I wanted to do, but I will be doing the video on those costumes, the event costumes that we have soon. So just, yeah, bear with me. So we're getting the 2 times free draw for her, which is normal. We're getting her weapon single draw every day, normal. We're getting the event mission for her as well, which is for each copy you get 10 pulls. Like, that's, all of this is normal. Also, we're getting the compensation for Evil Castle Season 2. So if you did not receive your rewards like I did, then you will, after maintenance, you should get the rewards for it. Also, they fixed some issues, so you will be able to steal from Roxana again with all of the characters. Right now you can only do it with Regionette, but now you will be able to do with all 3 characters, so that's nice. There was actually an issue where Elise had wrong talent skill displayed. I think she doesn't have a talent skill at all normally, but recently I saw a post and I was like, how the fuck did I miss that? She had a talent skill called Charm, which is supposed to charm an enemy or something that can like aid you in battle. It's I was surprised that I missed it, but now it makes sense. After the patch, they probably by accident had her have the skill. What I think is probably that skill was either in development, like it was supposed to be in the game, but they decided, nah, let's scrap it, or they're planning on adding it. I think either or, and Elise would have been one of the units that would have that talent. Like, that's what I think. I don't know how useful that skill would be. It's kind of hard to imagine like how you could make it work. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe they will add it one day, but I'm just like not super sold on how useful it would be and how hard would it be to like use it properly. Also, they fixed the damage numbers for those 3 costumes for White Cat Row, Magic School Professor Shara, and then Top Idol Helena. the ratios were not properly applied, so you were doing less damage basically, especially on like the early levels. Row, it says +2, +3, +4, and then Shera, all of them were weaker, and then same for top idol Helena, all of them were weaker. So yeah, that's about it for the maintenance itself. Now the gear acquisition dismantle compensation is also gonna happen. So if you've been drawing exclusive gear, or you've been dismantling gear between June 22nd and August 2nd, then for that period of time you will get compensation. So criteria is as follows: for every 50 draws, you will receive a refining crystals that allows you to refine your exclusive gear once, and the number of times that the exclusive gear was acquired in the integral draw is also included. Now, if the gear was dismantled within that period, you will get the all the crystals and materials according to the new system. So basically you will get what you were supposed to get, right, if you were to dismantle them now. So that's also happening on this maintenance. So yeah, some compensations coming our way. Now let's get to the main meat of the video, the developer notes. So I'm gonna skip the very first part. The very first part is basically talking about the plans for the game, and they're talking about Yustia herself, her concept arts. I'll be honest, I actually prefer her early concept arts than what we have currently. Don't get me wrong, I still very much like Yustia in her current form, but I think this one is better with long hair. I'm just not a big short hair guy, but I digress. Like, those concepts are pretty fucking cool. So very cool. I hope they add it as a costume for her eventually. I think it would be pretty cool. So they talk about it. They talk about the some story of her and stuff like that. So if you want to get or read it yourself and get some information about Yustia development, then by all means go ahead and do it. Right, new content. So people are complaining, or well, at least they're talking about not enough content. We want more. So they are adding Story Pack 9 in August 30th. I'm curious. Because the story left on cliffhanger in Story Pack 8. I'm not gonna spoil or say anything more than that, but yeah, I'm curious. I have my suspicions how it's gonna go, but yeah, Story Pack 9 will be definitely interesting to play through, and I wonder about the difficulty too. I was doing recently very hard for Story Pack 8 because I don't know, for whatever reason I didn't have enough time. I left it and I forgot about it, so I came back and did Story Pack 8 on very hard. And yeah, on my current account it was not even a challenge at all. It was pretty relatively easy slam dunk across the board. Like, even boss fights were taking me like 2-3 retries just to get the crits, and everything was one shot basically first turn. So not really hard. So we'll see how Story Pack 9 will go. Now, Evil Castle also will be getting expanded on August 16th. I'm pretty sure they talked about it in one of the developer notes, that they want to add more things to Evil Castle. So I guess this is what they meant. They're adding floor 4, 5, and 6. So 3 additional floors. Now, doing the current floors is already kind of annoying. Unless you don't care about the ratings. Like, if you don't care about the ratings, then sure. I think I will basically for this small period of time I cared about the rankings because it was like I could actually get the first place. Like if I got the perfect score, meaning I first turn kill everyone, I don't have any casualties, and I use specific team composition, meaning specific what it's called element of my units, then I can get max score, right? So I was doing that because if you get max score, you can actually tie with everyone else who has max score, and you get the first place rewards. So like now was the time, if ever, to get like those juicy rewards at the very top. I was only able to get them on first and second floor. Third floor was too hard. I did not have I didn't have enough units or enough costumes with the pattern required to like one-shot it. Like my issue was not the damage on floor 3. My issue was I don't have the tiles required for my water units to do this in one turn. So that was unfortunate. I tried a few things, but it's just none of them worked, unfortunately. So I'm a little afraid with 4, 5, and 6. Because so the reason why I'm afraid is because there's a big push on you have to clear it in one turn, and floor 3 is already very hard to clear in one turn. Now we'll have 4, 5, and 6, which all of them will be more difficult than third. And in order for you to get max rewards, you will have to get those max scores. Obviously, we'll see other people, but yeah, you're just not gonna stand a chance against whales in this mode. It's just not gonna happen. You could compete with them currently because of how system worked, but now it will be impossible to compete with them because they will just have +5 everything, and they will have amazing gear on all of those characters. They will be able to just swap in between the gears and stuff, and they will be able to just one-shot, one turn everything, and you're just not gonna get even close to that. So this is pretty much it for your free rewards. I think the best you can hope for is just get a okay score and get like some middle in the road rewards for Evil Castle. That's probably gonna be my the way I play it. I might even ignore the Evil Castle altogether. Just do it to do it, like kill the boss and get the a clear reward for the boss, and that's it. Because it's like 3 floors already is decent enough work. Doing 6 floors every week, I think it's every week, maybe it's every 2 weeks. It's a lot. We'll see. Maybe I will find like a day or something to do it where I feel like playing the game. I'm not against this, by the way. Like, I think it's fine for it to exist in the game, because if you want to play the game more and you feel like, okay, I want to sit down and actually play the game and do like hard content for a while, this is perfect for you, right? Like, you can definitely get a few hours out of it. So I don't complain about it, because yeah, I think it's fine to have that in the game. So even for me, if I feel like playing the game and hard content on specific day, I have free time and I want to do it, then I have that option where I can sit down and do it. So the ranking score criteria improvement, quote unquote, I don't know if it's improvement necessarily, but maximum damage score. So now your attacks will, like, if you clear in one turn, you will be awarded additional points based on the highest damage you dealt in the fucking fight, which means again, whales are just gonna completely stomp over you because they will have gear and characters +5, so they will be able to get a lot of extra points here because they will hit like extremely high crit on the unit, right? So you, like, forget about it. Like, this itself already is like you're not gonna be able to compete. Survival score, after the changes, you'll be awarded points based on HP of your characters. So you, like, if you get hit, you still will lose points, basically. Before, it was your character has to die for you to lose points. Now it will take into account the HP overall. Which is like whatever, I guess. If you're clearing on turn 1, you should not be getting hit anyway. Retry score. This change is good actually. I like this change a lot. So now the number of retries does not affect the score, so you actually can retry the fight until you get the perfect RNG, which is great, because before you actually had to do it like all run. Had to go perfectly with your hits. If you messed up in one of them, then you wouldn't get the perfect score, and you would have to retry the whole floor. So this is amazing. Very, very good change. Very much needed. Next thing, the turn score. No change. So the fewer turns you took, the more points you get. Again, this is like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's, again, whale territory. You have to turn 1 everything. You cannot get hit. And you have to do a lot of damage in order to get a lot of points, right? So, like, it's just gonna be a problem to compete. Okay, next thing, the improvements on repetitive contents. Now, this is the where the hype starts for me, at least. The evil castle changes, whatever. Don't care too much. But here, now, they already did the improvements for repetitive content, right? They improved steal. They did the hunting request. And I don't know if you've noticed, but in the summer event pack, they reduced the number of enemies you can kill and increase the rewards. And also, they made the finds, the blue glitter and green glitter, to be all clumped up close to entrance, so you don't have to wander around the entire area. So I actually thought that was good. I actually thought that was pretty good. You only had like 3 enemies to fight, and they were statically sitting in one place, so you don't have to wander and look for them. I think actually enemies standing still instead of walking is better. And mostly I think that because of the, like, if you've been farming the green glitter on maps, you probably engaged in enemies or with enemies multiple times by accident, and you wasted your time on your buff and it irritated you. That probably happened to some of you at least. If they were to stand still statically, then obviously you would not, like, you would be able to just go past them without problems. So I wish that was the case, but hey, I think they will be, by the sound of it, they will be removing it, or, well, they will try to move into direction where you don't even have to do all the blue glitter, green glitter, and all of that shit by yourself. At least maybe not all of it. But yeah, they did some improvements with this. I definitely liked it. Only 3 enemies to kill. You only do like small circle and you get all the blue and green glitter. Again, 3 fights and you're done with the whole area. I think that's perfect. It takes literally like 2 minutes, 3 minutes to do it. And yeah, this is very good. I really hope this is the direction we're going in, because yeah, this will make it so repetitive content is definitely less burning and annoying to do. Okay, and yeah, they're talking about the hunting requests, which have been a fucking slam. This feature is amazing. By the way, I was afraid of it, but it is actually amazing. I have another video that I already tried to record 2 different times. I will be recording it again, probably today. I will upload it probably tomorrow. Basically, I want to like take a look at the patch and talk about the patch and changes and how it feels. So, yeah. So, in the future, they're planning on adding adventure request. It's just a temporary name right now. So that manual field play content such as stealing or field monster battles can be performed in the background, like hunting requests. Very good. Stealing, it is better than it was before, for sure. it's still relatively annoying to go through 8 different chapters. And like, remember, right now it's 8 chapters, but in a year it might be like 12 chapters or 13 chapters. Do you really want to go through 13 chapters every single day and steal from 1 or 2 NPCs per chapter? Like, that's a lot of work, dude, to do on daily basis. So I'm definitely for making it so you can just send stealing party or something. I think people were actually giving that idea when the steal ability was about to change. I think I've seen some people saying like, hey, maybe you could just like send people to steal from NPCs so you don't have to do it yourself, something like that. So it seems like that's what they will go into, which is nice. And then field monsters, I think that one is the big one, because I don't know, I personally don't really want to go around the fucking like the whole areas, because they're big too, and there's like multiple enemies, like 5-6 enemies in them. I don't want to go for all chapters, like 2 battle areas and 6 mobs per each area. That's so much fucking fights, man. Like, I've not been ever doing this shit because it's just too much work on daily basis. So I will definitely welcome both of those to be done. Okay. Now, let me. I don't know why this even popped up. Okay, so there are some changes to daily missions and weekly missions as well, which is very good. They are deleting the eat food mission. Fantastic. I fucking hate this stupid mission, because you have to actually be not full HP. So before you could do it with traps, which was still annoying, by the way. Now instead you have to unequip gear with max HP, then equip it again, and then you have to eat. It is just obnoxious. Like, I'm glad it's fucking gone. It's a stupid mission. Just fucking get rid of it. But they're also changing the missions that require you to waste resources from daily to weekly, which is also fantastic. So craft gear, upgrade gear, use slimes, and today's quest. All of them will be a weekly mission now, not a daily mission. Fantastic. I cannot wait. They also changed the number of missions you have to do in order to get the max rewards. So now, daily missions you only need to do 5, not 10. Meaning, you only have to do half of them, which is super easy. Yeah, it's just gonna be easy to do them. Granted, they are taking away 5 of daily missions. So, yeah, you'll just have less daily missions you can even do in the first place, right? But I would say this is good. And then weekly missions, it gets reduced from basically the breakpoints is 3, 6, 10. It goes to 3, 5, 8. Okay, so actually I don't know how you even read it. Number of missions required before change, after change. Or maybe edited. Okay, they were editing it. Maybe they... okay, I think I see what happened. I think they, by accident, copy-pasted the daily mission numbers, 135. And people were like, oh, damn. And then they edited it to 358, what it should have been. Okay, so it was probably mistypo. It was a typo here, so, okay. 358 makes sense, so you have to do basically 2 less missions to get max rewards in terms of weekly. And yeah, that makes sense. All of it makes sense. Definitely a good thing. Increase rewards to match weekly performance current of one. Today's quest is completed. The reputation. Oh yeah, this is also big. I fucking love the fact that they're doing this shit. This shit was annoying the fuck out of me. So if you do today's quest, normally the reputation with village is good for 20 minutes, and if you complete 3, it is maintained for 1 hour. Now the improvement is that when today's quest is complete, the good reputation in the village is maintained for 7 days. So you have it for a week. Fantastic change. I am so annoyed by having to do the fucking quest for specific area constantly just to sell my gear, well, to sell my materials and stuff for good price. Like that is great change that now it's just gonna stay 7 days. I wonder, because you can do 3 today's quests, so I wonder if you do 1 per each area, if you can just have like all areas with good reputation. That would be interesting. And then you can just like go and sell wherever the fuck you want, and you will get good prices all the time. That's interesting. I wonder if that's how it's gonna work. This is coming on 16th, I think. Yeah, 16th. All right. Now they're talking about September crafting and strengthening actions. So they're planning to improve the inconvenience with craft skill. So they want to make it so you can actually craft a big number of items, meaning like if you want to craft a lot of them. And they also want to do the same thing for enhancing gear. So if you want to do like multiple gear pieces at the same time, yeah, this is the feature they will be adding, or the quality of life buffs here. So very nice. Also, we're reviewing functions such as skipping the animation when using craft skill. Yeah, I think that could be an option where you can just like check mark like skip for alchemy, for cooking, for crafting. I think that would be a good thing that you can just check mark, because if you're crafting a lot, you probably don't need to see the same fucking animation like 20-30 times in a row. So I agree. So we'll have some more details on 16th. Now, draw system improvement and compensation, also 16th. So they talked about the draw stuff, the pity, and they talk about it here. So previously it was a method of applying correction by viewing pickup and integrate pickup separately, but the changed method is to apply the safety device by adding up a draw history. Okay. For example, if you did not acquire a 5-star costume 70 times in the pickup draw and 30 times in the integrated draw, the safety device system was not applied in either of them. As for the changed method, it is calculated as not obtaining 5-star costume during a total of 100 draws, battling the 2 draw record, so you can definitely acquire a 5-star costume in the 100 draw. Okay. So rewards will be on August 31st. The compensations for the pity system. Okay, that makes sense to me. And then they talk about the criteria. So integrated costume random ticket, exclusive gear random ticket, and costume plus integrated. Okay. Pick up costume 4 and 5-star costume. For each number of times at 4-star within 10 consecutive times and 5-star within 100 was not obtained. Okay, so basically it's just like standard pity. That was before change. Okay, after change, what do you did after change? By summing up costume acquisition records of pickup and cost. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, that makes sense. So by the looks of it, before it was per banner, like they were looking at one banner. Now instead they will be adding the banners together, which is the drawing history of the records of the pickup costume draw and the integrated draw. So integrated draw, if I'm not mistaken, let me double check, but I think it's the regular draw, or like the yeah, it's the normal, every character on it standard draw. I don't think I did a single pull on that banner yet, so it doesn't matter to me. Probably doesn't apply to a lot of people. So now if you were pulling on both normal banner and rate up banner and overall you did 100 pulls and did not get a single 5-star on either of them, they will sum those up and they like you will get compensation. So that's kind of nice, honestly. That's more than I would have expected. And yeah, and then they're talking about the costumes you can get within period of June 22nd to August 3rd. So anything that was released, like any costumes that were released before August 3rd, you can get those through those random tickets that they will be compensating. And the compensation again will happen on August 31st, so end of the month. Okay. Costume diversity. Right, this is exciting stuff. So, as you noticed, a lot of costumes were added for Lawful, Justia, Shera, and Grey. Right? Like, all of those units have a decent amount of costumes. I think Lawful has like 5 costumes or something. Justia has like 5 or 6. Shera has also like 5. Grey has 3. So, like, main characters are relatively stacked. I guess other than Grey. Grey is not like super high on priority, it seems, but the rest are definitely stacked. They don't need any more costumes anytime soon. So for September, they're planning on making costumes for characters that did not have a costume yet, or they had like very little costumes, right? So, and they are actually talking about who gets those soon, in this month actually. So there will be new pickup on the August 16th, and I told you guys, like, this was not done. Like, we still have the second half of the month, and I think there will be still more rewards coming for the second half too, or some kind of event or something with more pulls. That would be my expectation. But in terms of the characters, we're getting 2 characters, and one of them is actually a new character, Angelica. So we are getting Angelica. If I'm not mistaken, she is in the first game. So that's pretty cool. Now I hope that this is a trend, that we will be getting the characters from the first game. I myself have few favorites from the first game. One of them is the Scythe girl. I don't remember her name anymore. I know she was a demon Scythe girl. I liked using her. I know she wasn't meta though, but still, I liked using her. I also like the tentacle girl, Mamonir or something like that. I liked her a lot as well. So, and she actually can be seen in the Summer Night event if you like in the middle of the safe area map. She's sitting there with her tentacle friend. So I hope we'll be getting those units in. But we are getting Angelica on August 17th, so she's the first one. And then we're also getting her weapon, so that's nice. Now we're also getting a costume for Sylvia. We're getting the Admiral Sylvia. If you have been on the Reddit for the game for a decent amount of time now, then you've probably seen the leaks for the characters, or like costumes. So Sylvia was one of those costumes that were leaked. So this is why, like, we are actually getting her. That was not a lie, or you know, it was definitely happening. So that's very nice. Now I would love to find that post. I think I can actually. I can do hot. I think it was probably one of the more no, top, sorry. Top for all time top. And I'm sure one of the leaked stuff. Yeah, okay. So they leaked 3 units back then. It was Shera costume, it was Sylvia costume, and Rubia costume. So I'm expecting Rubia will be next in the next batch after those 2. Yeah, I'm assuming Rubia will be next. It will not be a pool party skin though. Maybe this pool party? Doesn't really look like pool party, but Rubia should be getting a skin after that, or costume after that. Don't know about the next person. If they're gonna do it in batches of 2 characters, or like announcing 2 characters. So we don't know who the other one is, but Shera is getting released already, the pool party version. Admiral Sylvia is gonna get released, or is already announced. Rubia is another one that's leaked, but we did not see her yet, so I'm expecting soon she will be released. Angelica was not even mentioned at all, so we'll see. I'm excited though. I'm excited because that means they will be doing new characters altogether, and they will be doing the focusing more on units that don't have the current like costumes, and they only have like base stuff. I really like Sylvia, so I'm kind of stoked that she's getting one. Now she will get a skill cutscene. I'm assuming her base form will get it, and as well as the costume that she's getting. So I think both of her costumes will have a skill cutscene. They talked about it too, that they will be adding the base ones as we go. They also talked about the fact that they will have a special pass to obtain Sylvia. So you will be able to actually get her. You already can get her through main story, chapter 5. It's the one I'm currently sitting on. The music is from that. So after you beat the story 5, you can actually recruit her in the pub. Every player can recruit her once. Same with Rubia. And here we'll have a special pass. I'm assuming it's gonna be free to play. I'm assuming. So everyone will be able to get copy of her at least, right? So that will be great to get a copy of her. She also will be added to Powder of Hope shop. So there will be ways to get dupes basically of base characters. So that's nice. That's nice. And then in the future they're talking about it that they will hold acquisition events for characters that did not appear in the pickup to provide you with opportunities to acquire the characters you want. So that's very good, because if you did get the character, then that means you will get some avenues to get the copies of character, right, and eventually max them out. So that's nice. Okay, Mirror War replay. I don't personally care too much, but nice. You will be able to see the replay of maybe how your defense is performing, I would assume. So sure. Death time improvements. Basically the defense, like the Mirror War combat was taking too long in some instances. I had few fights that were going super long, so they basically want to push the death time stuff quicker, so basically the fight finishes quicker, and it's as simple as that. Anything else? Character profile, voice replay function. So I think this is just like more in-depth stuff. So now you can just like click and interact, and they give you random line. I think here, if I'm not mistaken, you will be able in collections to see character profile, listen to all voices for each character. So maybe you can like check specific voice line for them to say, or maybe it's just for from the collection screen. You can do what you can with normal stuff right now, with your acquired characters. Collection maximum cap range system. The collection buff upper limits setting system, which was delivered, okay, will be added. Okay, so the cap for the collection is finally added. I thought the cap was already in, I guess not, but yeah. The collection buffs will have a cap, so you cannot go over the numbers, and like overstack your account basically. So sure. Powder of Hope product name improvements also on 16th, sure. And compensation 600 diamonds and 40 rice. So decent patch notes. A lot of things talked. The stuff that I'm mostly like hyped for, I mean, obviously like any compensations you guys are supposed to get, like, for sure. I'm like sure a lot of people will be excited for that. I myself mostly am excited for a little bit of for Story Pack 9. I think that's nice to get another story and see like where the story goes. That's cool. Not like super important to me, but it's definitely nice to have new content. Now, to me, the biggest one is definitely the improvements to repetitive content. The fact that they will be going and trying to make the monster battles and stealing to be less redundant and automatic is nice. The change to the daily and weekly missions is also really nice to get them done quicker. Anything else? Crafting, whatever. The pity is nice, of course. And then new characters, right? Angelica, I'm excited for her. The new costume for Sylvia also might be cool. So overall, good patch notes, or developer notes rather. A lot of cool stuff coming in. Overall, a big W yet again. They just don't really miss with those. I think the only change I was not like super excited with is the Evil Castle, but I'll be honest, I just don't think it's a content necessarily for me. It's not like I don't enjoy the super hard content that needs to be cleared every 2 weeks. I like hard content when I like to in the moment sit down and do it. I don't like hard content when I have to redo it every single like week, 2 weeks, whatever the period time is. I've never liked it, so in any games. So yeah, like I'm just gonna get my middle of the road rewards for that and just move on with my life. That's basically what I'll do. And then if on one season I will have more time and feel like it, then I'll sit down and do it. But other than that, everything else, like I wouldn't call it a bad thing necessarily. It's just not for me. But I think it's still good to have something like that in the game. So again, like don't take it as if I'm shitting on the system. I think it's fine. It's just not for me. But yeah, that's it for the developer notes and from me for today. I will go and record some more videos, basically. So until I see you guys next time. Peace.